Hello and welcome to Pixels and Points.
Hello. And I'm Matt.
Technical difficulties.
Having
We've got Matt today.
My name's Matt Nelsen, digital media director over here at Redroc, and with me always
Yep.
is.
And I'm Susie Brown, media buyer planner here at Redroc. And
All right,
today
Susie, it's a
we
traditional
are
media
talking.
OTT media
Yeah,
day.
it's my time to
Yep.
shine because it's the
Shine.
Upfronts.
Yes.
So, as everybody knows, all the broadcast stations get together. And now,
What do we got?
all right. So first off, we were going to talk about Amazon and what they brought to the upfronts. So we'll pull up their article. And one of the exciting things they were talking about is their new CTV ad formats. So on Amazon Prime, they're coming out with a couple new formats, ways that we can see the ads. Some of them are really interesting. One we kind of knew was coming was all of the shoppable ads. So basically, this is going to work in two different ways where you can click buy now, simple as add to cart button on Amazon products on shoppable ads. So you're watching your program, the ad comes up, it's the shampoo, you want the shampoo, add to cart, easy as that, which is going to be great.
I believe I've seen that already for cleaning products.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But that would be available to anyone kind of purchasing inventory on Amazon Prime. So interested to see that. But they're also going to be doing it with the off market or off Amazon products. And that will be a click, I think, more of a learn more. And that would take you like to a landing page. So not as simple as an add to cart, but you can have that click to direct. Or I think you can say send info to my phone, right? So you can click and then maybe it'll text you a link, that kind of thing. But interesting for any off Amazon products.
Yeah, it might send you a text with the link. That's what it usually, some of the other services do, is they'll send you a text to your phone that you can click on. Because an email might go down the rabbit hole.
Lost
The
in
link,
the mix.
you can look at it. But the add to cart does work. I played with it. I tried it. I just made sure I didn't buy what I was playing with. I was like, there it is. It's in the cart. It's amazing. So I think that's going to be it's right up their alley.
For
It's
sure.
pretty close to. They've got to get a little bit more competitive with the other, QVC type services that other places have. I mean, TikTok has its little like
Yep.
basically buy now and it takes you to the shop page and you can just add it in. Amazon's going to have to catch up, but Amazon doesn't have that, TikTok kind of social media base where it's an
Right.
immediate thing.
And it's so easy to make that like purchase, right? That impulse purchase. So it's going to be huge. And I know, yeah, we talked about all the inventories running on Prime Video. They'd also said in the article that they have over 130 million viewers on Amazon Prime per month. And of course, 88% of those viewers shop regularly on Amazon. So it's a no brainer.
So they're not adding it to Twitch yet?
Not yet. They said just Prime inventory from what I read, but I'm sure it's all coming out.
Yeah, it's the Twitch people I know are they'll be streaming. That's going to get a lot of the younger audience.
That younger male audience.
I mean, that's a different audience that you can sell different products to. So
I immediately thought energy drinks. So yeah, there's lots of different things.
The one thing that they keep on trying to sell to me and my kids is just, I don't know what, gaming keyboards and gaming mice. Like, do you break them that often? Last pair I had for the past 10 years. It's not something I need every day, but yeah, energy drinks, especially if you can have specials. I mean, that would be the best way to do it on Twitch. But yeah,
Absolutely.
I've seen these ads. Interactive. It's really easy when you have your own walled garden over there, and which they do. So it should work pretty well as long as you can get it in. I just don't know how some of these are going to look when you're trying to add it.
And then the other third new ad format they're going to have, I thought this was really interesting, is basically when content is paused and you're watching Amazon Prime, they'll have an ad come up on screen. But they're going to use AI to make sure you're getting served an ad that matches the content you're watching. So the way they explained it was, say there was a show, Summer I Turned Pretty was a show that I had watched, but it's set at somebody's beach vacation home. So if you pause that content, you might get a served an ad for a vacation on the beach in Mexico, something like that. And another example they gave is, say you're watching like a steamy makeout scene and you pause it, you might get an ad for Hershey Kisses or mouthwash, something like that. And so they're going to use AI to look at the content you're watching, match up the ads you serve, which honestly sounds pretty cute, like, and engaging. So we'll kind of see how that works. And I'm going to be watching what kind of ads I'm getting on Amazon Prime.
And we got to look at pay attention to some of the targeting and see if that becomes available. Like targeting content,
Mm-hmm.
like it's gonna not be content like context. It's gonna be contextual, but it's not gonna be content based on like the genre or what the show is. It's gonna have to be like based on the
Like real time,
situational
what you're watching. Yeah.
situational context.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That can get, but we're not. But they are not going to have. You're not going to have reporting to be able to see how well where it was actually running and stuff like that in there yet.
They
I don't
didn't
know.
say anything about reporting, right, or proof of performance on the back end, but
It's interesting.
definitely fun to think about for sure.
Yes, it's interesting. It's fun to sell, but when the client asks, how did this work? And where was it
How is
running?
this really working? Can
It's
you
just like,
actually show me this
to
happened?
have more sales from it. Like it's just going to be it's just going to be the sales and seeing if it works. I mean, I'm trying to also think of it like all of this is like last click trying to get people to buy stuff, but I'm like, how do you use this also for maybe branding? How do you
Mm-hmm.
lift something that shows up? Like if we do a lot of FECs here, so I'm saying like if during the show people are having fun, you know,
Right. They go to Disney World or on a
they're
roller
at Disney
coaster.
World,
Mm-hmm.
they're doing go karts, they're doing playing putt putt or something like that, doing something activity wise, and when they pause the screen, like an FAC will show up, like want to go play putt putt yourself or bowling or whatever this and like this kind of stuff like
Yeah.
that. I mean, it would be a learn more thing, and you'd send it to your phone. So I see how that would work. But I mean,
Right. But yeah, you could
to
send
think about
coupon
branding.
or discount to the phone. Yeah, it'd be great for branding and kind of
Yep.
almost like a product integration without paying those premiums, to really be inside that content.
Yep.
Cool.
What's
Well,
next?
two other articles, I'll kind of pull them up at the same time. We're talking about some new streamers that are coming out in the fall. So, first one to talk about is Fox One, which, like I said, launching in the fall. So, this is going to be a new streamer available to the public, and it's going to incorporate everything Fox in one place. So, you can get Fox News, Fox Business, everything in the Fox News suite. Then you can get everything Fox Sports, which will be Fox Sports and then Fox Sports 1, 2, everything in, including the Spanish and the Big Ten network. And then all of Fox local programming, local stations, and Network Prime. So it's going to have everything all in one place, which will be interesting. I mean, I think it's a good moneymaker for them to have that kind of one outlet. Like ABC has the Hulu, NBC has their Peacock. They really didn't have anything yet,
You were
but
able to
I'm
watch
wondering how it's
a lot
all
of
going to
Fox.
affect Tubi
You were able to watch a lot of Fox programming through,
already.
Disney.
Yeah, and they have so many O and O's and things like that. Yep.
So I don't know. I don't know what the other than the sports, the live sports like ESPN has. I don't know what the biggest draw they're going to have because a lot of their. I mean, you have the local services, but how much did it say at all? How much they're going to make you want to pay for this?
No, no pricing on this. I have some pricing for the ESPN streamer, which is
I,
obviously more expensive than it already was, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I think the big sell is what they're saying. It's Fox One, everything in one spot, and to be able to monetize it from there.
I mean, I get it. I think there's going to be a lot of just like and also stuff on there, but I think their biggest sell is going to be maybe Fox News and Fox Sports. That's that.
Mhm,
And they have Fox
for
Business,
sure.
Fox Weather, all the other stuff, and they have some local stations. But I don't know how much the local stations are going to drive people to want to buy a streaming service when you can get a lot like on the new
Right. If you're buying the Hulu or YouTube TV, you're getting your local stations. And you're only
Yes.
getting one of your local stations through Fox One. You're not getting everything in your market.
Well, on my like LG channels on the TV I just bought, it has a bunch of the local news. Like at 5 o'clock, it'll show me their local news
Mhm.
broadcast, and one of them I think was Fox.
I think Fox
Uh,
does because they have the Fox News app. And I know a lot of ABC affiliates have theirs too. And it's just easy stream free. You can always access the content.
of course, I'm saying this now, like we can get their content here and we can get their content there. Like, who's saying that once all these contracts
It's
lapse,
all going to change. And there's going to be a
yeah,
huge fight between Fox and ABC over what's running on Hulu. And
but
they're going to
then
want their own content only there.
but then a year from now, we may be talking about how Fox Sport, how this Fox One is folding up because they don't have enough subscribers, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
This one's one to watch.
Late. Feels a little late to me, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on it.
And then the other big one is ESPN. So they're having a new streamer launch in the fall. And basically, it's just going to be called ESPN. What you can buy right now, I think you'd bundle it with your Disney and Hulu, is ESPN Plus. So that is only their digital content. So once they have ESPN launched, you're going to be able to basically access everything, all the linear programming on ESPN, ESPN2, Spanish network, all ESPN, the Ocho, everything. And you'll be able to bundle it together with Disney and Hulu. They said the pricing for all three is $45. And if you just want ESPN all in, it's $30 a month. And previously, I think I wrote it down, it was like $10 or $11 just to add on your ESPN digital content. But that didn't have a lot of live games.
Does this include like the extra football networks, like the SEC network and Longhorn network?
Yeah, it should be all encompassing from what I understood from the article on that $30 tier. So you're getting all of ESPN's sports.
And is this available? Like, are these going to be packages available for us
Don't
to
know
buy
yet.
by
I know I
themselves?
was talking to the Disney rep the other day, and I think sports packages were coming out this week for the fall, but there was nothing that I could find out about how to buy any of it yet. If they're going to be able, to have an ad manager, we go in, if we're going to have to do managed service packages, which I have a feeling that's probably how they'll start so they can have a little more control. But the article said there'll be lots of linear and in-platform opportunities for advertisers. So we will see what comes out. They're also talking about having a lot of more content on their ESPN Plus, like on their digital side. So I think a lot more to do with fantasy sports and interaction, right? And a lot of social and trying to integrate brands there.
What about on Fox One? What kind of is that? Any purchasing over there?
Not that they had talked about. They're really just touting, here's everything all in one place. And like I said, I don't know if that's a good move or a bad move or how it's going to work.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting. Keep an eye on this. Yeah. The upfronts. I saw some stuff that was interesting. Any other?
I watched a little of. Well, let's see. We watched on Monday was NBC Universal and then Fox. And I know Amazon was the other. I can't remember if it was Monday or Tuesday night. And then I watched a little bit of the Disney one yesterday, but they're all the same. Just cheesy jokes and
showing off their next season of whatever show. Any new shows for us to look out for?
Nothing that I really saw that looked exciting. I thought maybe next week we kind of run through all the new Prime like we had done last year. But it's not a Prime world anymore. Most of them were all pushing sports and specials. Movies are big. NBC did a huge push on, we have the rights for Wicked now, and we're going to have special premieres and all these, things that tie in around it and live events. So seems sports specials. That's what they've got.
All right.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on all this.
Yep. Lots of new news coming out from the Upfronts, and then we'll be back next week with some more exciting things to talk about. Bye.
Bye.